Hey horse lovers, Pat Parelli here to help you have a better horse life so your horse can have a better horse life. Hey, today we're going to play with style again, and you know, I really try to follow my own skeleton. There's 7 games that we play with horses. Number 1 is the friendly game to build confidence. Number 2 is follow the feel, the porcupine game. And number 3 is the driving game. Then after that it'll become yo-yos, circles, sideways, and some squeezes. So today's going to be a little more follow the feel and some confidence building. So we're going to play with him online for you. Continuing the theme of starting a relationship that develops into a partnership, connection is number 1. There's nothing worse than opening the stall door and your horse is at the other end of the stall like, oh, it's not my turn, is it? So what I want to do is I want to be able to open this door and have him want to come. So let's see what happens here. Of course, he walked over there to go see what the hell's going on. And he, come on, bud. There we go, okay. So I want to be able to open the door and have my horse say, good morning, it's my turn. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How are you doing, huh? And you know, when we were at the Road to the Horse, horses have got 5 zones. Zone 1 is the head, zone 2 is the neck, zone 3 is where I sit, zone 4 is the hips, zone 5 is the tail, okay? And he would put his nose on me. Whenever I went over here to zone 2, see, still a little skeptical there. So I'm trying to get him to where this is zone by zone by zone. We get the confidence that we're looking for. So being able to have this like this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trade my rope over here so those hanging snakes, there we go, good boy. Don't scare him. So again, I'm just gonna keep going. I could have put the halter on, but sneaking that halter on is not the idea. So I'm gonna ask him to come a little bit more, get him more and more confident in wanting me to be right there. Like that. So it's retreat and approach. If he has to retreat, we allow it to happen, off we go again. We continue building on all those building blocks that we started. We want connection, confidence, curiosity, sensitivity, and responsiveness. So now I'm going to take him out and I'm going to play with him a little bit online and work on some principles, but also going to work on confidence. So let's head out to the confidence course. There we go. Building lots of good connection and relationship. We want to build rapport, respect, impulsion, and flexion. But we want to get him to trust my judgment. There we go. So right there, zones 1 and 2 went through pretty good, but then 3 and 4 jumped on through. So let's try it again. Just keep going until he can do it with rhythm, relaxation, and confidence. That was a lot better. These are all new things. He was wild raised there on the 4-6s ranch. Hey, follow me. No. Here. Come on over here. I've got a hole for you. Here, follow me. That's what we're talking about. Rhythm, relaxation, and understanding. So I like to think about rapport first, respect second. So what I'm going to do here to get a little respect is just set up a boundary, let him rub on me a little bit because it's It's a little affection. It feels good to him. But I got to make sure he doesn't start pushing me around. And that's a little bit his tendency, is he's a little bit pushy with his nose, even there at the road to the horse. We started seeing where, when I was riding him, when he wanted to go somewhere. So just little things like right there, just play the porcupine game, ask him to tuck his nose a little bit and then back up. Tuck your nose a little bit. There we go, back up. So just working little by little, step by step. Gonna make sure that he's not afraid of anything I do or the tools I use. One of the things that's really important is to change hands on each side. If I go to his right side, I want to use my right hand. Why? Because if I was going to shake hands with you, I'd go right hand to your right side. I'd shake hands left hand to your left side. It'd feel funny if I shook your left hand with my right hand. Does that make sense? Kind of cross. So many people go in with an aggressive hand to touch a horse. So if a horse is unconfident, I'd advise that you do that. So let's see if we can't get him here used to things. Make sure everything's okay. What I like to do is be the ambassador of yes. So like there, if he had to move, I say, that's okay, you can move. That stick might step in front of you though, and little things like that. So we're getting pretty good about those kind of things right there. That's looking good. Now let's work on backing up. What I like to do is we wiggle the rope to back them up when they get out on the end, out farther. See, like here, I can't touch him with the stick. All right. So again, I'm going to put block here, and I want him to be able to start being able to, I want to play the driving game. I want to be able to drive him straight backwards. I'm going to ask him here. I'm going to flick that string at him a little bit here. I want him to be able to go backwards. He's going kind of out here to the side. So kind of work here, stick the stick here, stick that stick there. Just keep moving, moving and grooving. Here we go. Until we can get, see right here, it's like, yeah, you can do that. Or you can stand and look at me and take a step back. So playing with him, working on the principle before, I'm gonna go play around with some of these things out here in a few minutes, but I wanna make sure that I've got a decent backup here. I want some understanding. And right here, it doesn't feel like he's understanding. All right, there we go. There, I like that. And it's funny because every picture I've seen of him that was in the Road to the Horse magazine or the videos, he was always the first horse to load into the trailer, first horse to come up, sniff the camera, first horse in the herd going, where are we going? And he's that kind of horse. I really like that about him. There's two kinds of pressure. One is steady pressure and the other one is rhythmic pressure. And so if I just ask him here with steady pressure here, it's a good way to teach. But then as we get more distance, we want to be able to put energy out here and have him go. And I like to think of things as short, medium, and long distance. So for example, if he's a long ways back, it might be hard for me to touch him with anything, but I could shake that rope at him like that and teach him to get back or stay back. So depending on the distance I have, now I've taught students all over the world to walk forward, turn face, and back the horse, shake the rope and back the horse up. That's a good thing to learn and know, so it's much safer to keep a horse back. So many people want to hold the horse up close all the time and do things like that, but we've got to get a horse to where he can read and rate our approach and our distances. So we want to be able to back him up lots of different ways, with steady pressure, with rhythmic pressure, and different kinds of rhythmic pressure. I can just go like this, kind of drive him back. He's going sideways here a little bit, so we'll drive the hindquarters, lift up steady on the front. So it's a little bit of sometimes what's the appropriate thing to do. It's like a guitar, steady pressure up here, rhythmic pressure down here. So right there, I just put some steady pressure on zone 1 and said, hey, keep looking at me, but keep going back. So let's keep working on come here and go back. So I'm gonna lift here, steady pressure, and say, go on back. There we go. So that was a good example of a little of both, all right? So now I'm gonna put a little longer rope on him in a moment and go from 12 to 22 feet. so I can allow him to drift. And I'm just going to ask him to go out and around and move his feet. We've kept him in the stall the last couple of nights. We got him cleaned up and groomed up, and he's shedding like crazy. But I'm going to put him on a long rope so he can get out and move around a little bit. Then I'm going to see how he does on the confidence course. Timing is everything, and we got to time things to the feet. So we look at our horse's feet here, and we can see that the right front probably wants to move back, then the left front, then the right front, and I'm pushing like this, back and forth. So even when I wiggle this rope at him, some people say, oh, you're just going to make him head shy. Well, it depends on when you quit. If I quit when he's got the message down to his feet, so it goes his mind, his shape, his weight, and then his feet. If I can kind of get that to where he understands it. So whatever I ask him to do, like here, I'm going to ask him to go in a circle here in a moment. So see, he's looking over here to the left. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to lead him out to the right and tap him on the neck and say, quit looking at me, quit looking at me, quit looking at me. So you get parallel to me, not perpendicular. Now he's over this way, so I'm going to take advantage of that, and I kind of lead him out in backwards in a way and tell him to quit looking at me. And the reason I got a longer rope so that when he misunderstood, stands like he did there, he can, there. So all I want him to do is quit looking at me. And now that you're parallel, you can giddy up all you want. So many people chase a horse around in a circle. There we go. Hey, look where you're going. Good boy. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Connection's important, so every time he connects, I want to walk away from him. See how I'm bringing that rope in, walking away. I'm saying, hey, this means come on back. Come on back. Can you see how I'm pulling that rope through as I'm walking backwards like that? Good. All right. It gives me another opportunity to bring him up close and now work on going backwards. So I'll start with some steady pressure, add some rhythmic pressure. There we go. I'm going to lead him out the other way. Let's go, let's go, let's go out. I'm kind of going backwards. I'm pulling him and saying, there we go. Pretty soon, if I'll keep that up, when I start to lead off, so what it is, it's a pull and a push. This is the push. So I'm going to pull him over here a little bit, and then I'm going to push him. All right, and the timing between that, and then the release. That's why these longer ropes are so important, to allow him to be out and around. Okay, same thing here. He's parallel, so let's ask him to go. He's a very curious horse. So there's a little piece of carpet on the ground there that we use for different things to teach students to stand still. Little target, and so he wants to play with it. So these are little things that are really important. It might be like watching paint dry, but it's about going through his heart to get to his mind, to get to the message to his body. Let's see. It's interesting. He seems to want to go to the left more than the right. So these are the kind of things we can work on now. We'll allow him to go here. We're just going to hold up there and cause that drift. At a little pull, a little push. He probably wants to put his nose on that. All right, again, we'll connect by bringing him back. Oh, look at her. I've said it for years, nose next, maybe the feet. I didn't even ask for that. But he's in a very curious learning frame of mind right now. So more important than the circles is his confidence and his curiosity. There we go. So we're just asking a few little things here like this. Expect a lot, accept a little, reward often. There you go. I'm going to be pretty happy if you'll go around here on this side. I was looking up his pedigree, which I didn't know much about before I started playing with him there at the Road to the Horse. And his sire is a world champion ranch versatility horse. There's some of that horse in there. Oh my gosh, what a clown. I love horses that have got a lot of play in them, a lot of mischief. Horseplay turns into horsepower. That's when you really get something. And see, I'm not even asking him to do that. Those are little things he's offering. He's wanting to do. You might notice how I'm managing the rope. I'm going to drop my stick here just for a second so you can watch how I'm managing the rope. I keep it here, I allow it to slide. Now if he comes at me, watch. I just start throwing it on the ground. And I'm not asking him to go up there. I'm allowing him to go up there if that's what he wants. He's a very curious and playful horse. I never want to knock that out of him. We'll get bonding, obedience. Like there, that felt like he really wanted to come back here, a little connection. There we go. I'm going to encourage it, suggest it all I can. Good. Attaboy. How you doing? Let's back him up some more. Ooh, that was way better. See, that's already starting to get good. Let's lead it out here. A little push from behind. There we go. So these are the kind of things that are going to be useful later on. There we go. I got to be a little careful. I had a surgery on my hand last week. I had a little thing called a trigger finger from all those old rodeo days, all added up. So I'm going to see if I can't just encourage him to go interesting places here and always be wanting and willing to come back. See, I'm just allowing a lot of that stuff to happen, not trying to make it happen. And when it's their idea, oh my gosh, you get a better way of a horse wanting to be with you and do things for you. See, those are his ideas. I'm just setting it, I'm just offering. It's just there. And at the same time, I'm going to start asking for some of the things I want. So watch how I can, without the stick, I can use the rope by, I'm going to lift here till the hindquarters lifts, moves out of the way. Lift here again till the hindquarter goes out of the way. And then I'm going to lead it up and out and see how I'm pushing into the rope, not chasing his tail. Again, I'm going to need that disengagement of that hindquarters, so I'm going to practice leading it up toward my other shoulder, lead the front end out, ask for it here, push it, lead it out, got something here to push with. I want him to follow this out this other direction. He's not there yet. So we've got to get the hindquarters first, there. Then lead it out, tell him to become parallel to me and quit looking at me. Again, I'm allowing him to explore. I'm exploring with him and allowing him to explore with me. Very good. It's just about his confidence, his curiosity, his playfulness. Okay, while we're here, let's see if we can get a little backup. We could use that a little bit. It was really interesting how Tiffany said every time she just opened the trailer door, he would just go from a corral on in because he was untouched at that moment. So I think one of the things I'd like you to kind of grasp from this is kind of a blending of principle and purpose. So the principle of come here, read, rate, get back, and get it to where, as we build a language, get back See, like, it's kind of interesting. When I want him to back, he wants to go in a circle. And when I wanted him to go in a circle, he wanted to go back. That's pretty typical. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that he grabs the concept. So we have rhythm, relaxation, and understanding. I want him to want to come toward me, but at the same time, there we go. I want to make the wrong thing difficult. The wrong thing is to go out in a circle now. So we just circled. That's why you've got to keep playing these games. All right. Hey, pay attention here. There you go. I want him to look at me. So far, he ain't looking. There we go. All right, so timing it to their feet, timing it to the body. So I'm going to ask him to come here again. And so every time, I'm going to throw the rope down, get rid of it, see, throw it. And I'm just going to keep going. I don't want him to have to go out in a big old circle every time he comes back. I want him to learn to come right straight back, all right? And right straight away. I'm going to put some energy here. Good. No. When that mind starts to drift, I'm going to do a little something. I'm going to see if I can bring it. See, he's heading over there. I don't want him heading over there. I don't want him heading over there. I don't want him heading over there. I want him heading straight here. So these are little, you got to keep playing these games. You got to be particular without being critical. Expect a lot, accept a little. And I kind of work on the horse, basis of the horse telling me what he needs and what he needs work on. Like, for example, when I back him, if he goes to go in a circle, I do more yo-yo games. If I put him in a circle and he wants to back up, I do more circle games. It's a balance and counterbalance game all the time. So now, there we go. A little resistance right there at first. Okay, and I like that. So now I'm going to ask him to go out in a circle, and now I'm going to ask him to put his nose on the tire. All righty, here we go. There we go, I like that. Just going to guide him toward it, see what he does. Oh. All right. Now we got an interesting thing here. What's going to happen here? Good. Think your way through it. Think your way through it. Attaboy. Hey, look at there. We got lucky again. So see, like there, that's a good example of not panicking. And again, because we're primates, we are monkey see, monkey do learners, and we are gripper, grapplers, oh-knowers. All right, let's see if we can ask him to go over here again. Hit up there. I want a horse to want to do things. And a lot of people knock the want to do out of a horse for the sake of obedience. Now we want three things: bonding, obedience, and exuberance. All right, so you can see we're kind of getting some fun things going here. And at the same time, we're putting in boundaries. He's never been played with on a 22-foot rope, so he never knew that boundary was out there. So he's getting real confident with his nose. He's checking everything out. He says, before I put my feet on this, I better know what I'm dealing with here. And so many people cut the whiskers off of a horse. And now what we've got is we've taken all the sensors off. You look at a baby foal, their whiskers are huge and long. It means so much to them. So I like to leave a horse alone when they're being curious like that. He ain't gonna hurt the dirt. Might even eat some, I don't know. All right, so here's what I'll do. I'm gonna lead him away from the situation and send him back again. See, he doesn't even want to leave it. Attaboy. And again, every chance I get, I'm gonna work on coming back to me, come back to me, come back to me, come back to me. So he starts reading the situation. He goes, oh, that means come on back. It's like teaching your dog, educating. Hey, don't look over there. Don't look over there. See, he's looking over there at those horses. Hey, don't look over there. There you go. And just making that wrong thing difficult just a little bit. So we've got to decide what kind of rhythm to put on there and how much. So polite and passive persistence in the proper position with the perfect pressure is more the idea. So do we use steady? Do we use rhythmic? All right, so that we're in control. I guess basically we're trying to influence the horse through time and space. Influence his energy. There he is. There we go. So I kind of read the situation. He was kind of heading over there, want to go see that horse. That boy. Let's go see that tire. Okay, the entire tire this time. Ready? Lead it out to the side. Move the front end over. See what he thinks about it. Again, that's his idea, not mine. Let's take advantage of this. Again, we're preparing for better riding. So more disengagement of the hindquarters, movement of the front end, move it over. So again, we're blending principle and purpose. Got a few fun things here on our confidence course. And at the same time, it's like coaching a bunch of kids to play soccer. They might be all over the place, running up and down the field, just kicking the ball anywhere. But after a while, they might be the next best soccer player in the world. You never know. I like that. Got some forward in there. Again, we're kind of paying attention where he wants to lean on the halter a little bit. Guide it here. Oh, little horse poop there. Let's put a little, you know, like a kid plays jump rope. To get his nose out. There's all kinds of ways to do things. And in the end, we want him to like what he does. He likes scratching, that's for sure. All that hair's got to come off. He goes, it's warm down here in Florida. Even on a cool morning like this, it's warmer than we think. Warmer than what he's used to. Again, we're going to try it again. I'm going to let him kind of go past it a little bit. And now back this way. He's trying to scratch those itches, get that fur coat off. You know, the physical part is only a part of it. I want to pay attention to what's he thinking? What's he thinking about? What's he feeling? Now there, you can see he's kind of quit thinking about the tire, started thinking about something else. So we're going to kind of do a little something here until he can stop thinking about that. There you go. There we go. See how we play these games with them so that after a while, partnership develops because you're doing things that he wants to do and he's doing things you want to do. And again, right here, just allowing them to do the things that he would like to do with this. For whatever reason it is, he wants to get his nose in there and fossick around. What I want you to see is what a horseman would do is allow this to happen, not try to make things happen. What a horse trainer might do is keep working until the horse is trained to do it. What I'm trying to do is get this to be something nice and fun and easy. Let's see, let's ask him here a little bit. And again, we'll make the wrong thing difficult. We'll say, hey, that's not what we asked. What we asked for you to do is go over here. If he goes by again, let's put a little rhythm in there, make that a little bit difficult. Just a little rhythm, until we get what we want here. There we go. So we're educating all the time and playing games all the time. Psychology and games to me mean the same thing. So as you can see, having lots of fun. To me, I find this very fascinating. And I think so many people get frustrated at what I get fascinated with. And in other words, a lot of people would see that as frustrating behavior because the horse didn't do what we wanted right when we wanted it. I see it as fascinating as to going, how does this horse feel, think, act, and play? And how can I get him educated to know that when I want him to back up, I want to back up. When I want him to circle, I want to circle. When I want him to put his nose on something. So it has to start with a thought. We have to have something in mind. So love, language, and leadership means you've got a plan. Leadership means you've got a plan. That plan might be flexible, it might be adjustable, but it's still a plan. It's a skeleton, it's a blueprint, and we're going to keep following guiding principles on that blueprint. Put the relationship first, foundation before specialization, and never-ending self-improvement. So we're going to follow style here along in his education. We're going to give you as many little steps in the ladder as we can, in his learning ladder, and see if you can keep up with it and see what you can learn by keeping up with his progress.